Denver Right is a community-driven planning process to reflect our community values and desires. It's about what made Denver great, what we love about Denver today, and what we need to make our future even brighter. Denver Right includes 4 interconnected plans: Blueprint Denver, Game Plan, Denver Moves Transit, and Denver Moves Pedestrians and Trails. 4 plans working together to make one great city. Blueprint Denver is the city's big picture view of land use, transportation, and urban design. It's a policy document and not regulatory in nature. We've been updating Blueprint Denver for over a year and now are fast approaching a draft plan this spring. We started by listening to what our community cares about most. And Blueprint Denver is grounded in those community values, which are reflected in these 6 vision elements. All 6 are important for Denver's future, but we've heard loud and clear from the community that Denver needs to strive to be equitable, affordable, and inclusive for all residents. To achieve a blueprint for an inclusive city, we must strive to create complete neighborhoods throughout the city where all Denverites have access to great places and all of the opportunities that this great city has to offer. Those things shouldn't be just for the best neighborhoods, but for all neighborhoods. If there's one thing to remember, it's that Blueprint Denver is striving to create complete neighborhoods. But we're just at the starting point. Blueprint Denver establishes the framework that our neighborhood planning initiative can take and build upon, calibrating what each neighborhood needs to be a more complete version of itself. Blueprint Denver 2002 does not use neighborhood context, a tool developed with the update to the Denver Zoning Code in 2010 that acknowledges the unique characteristics of our neighborhoods. Blueprint 2018 will use neighborhood context as an organizing principle. Places are nested underneath our context and are what makes up our neighborhoods, the centers, corridors, districts, and residential areas of our city. The new Future Places map will replace our future land use map, providing a clear hierarchy of designations and working in relation with neighborhood contexts. We need our streets to be safe for all users. They need to be context sensitive to neighborhoods they serve and balance competing needs such as moving people, supporting economic activity, and placemaking. Blueprint Denver provides the framework and policy basis for how our streets are designed and function in the future to better serve all Denver residents. Blueprint Denver will provide the guidance needed to develop new standards for the design and operation of our streets. Not all streets can do all things. To maximize our existing streets' ability to move people safely, we need to think how we can use certain streets to prioritize a specific mode. That's not to mean other modes don't still have a reasonable degree of movement, but together they create a complete system working parallel to each other. These modal priorities will create certain trade-offs on specific streets, potentially reducing vehicle speeds or access so that other modes can reach their full potential. Blueprint Denver 2002 had 2 categories of change. You're either in an area of change or an area of stability. A pretty simple idea that has served us well in many ways. What we've heard from the community is that this binary tool that only looks forward to desired outcomes was a little too simple. That change is really more complex than just where new development is going. All of Denver is evolving, and that different parts of the city are experiencing different types of change. This update to Blueprint Denver is proposing 4 types of change that cover the entire city. Beginning with the most change to least, we have transform, connect, integrate, and enrich. The new change categories continue to look toward Denver's future, but are grounded in powerful existing forces and the things that Denverites care the most about, our community values. By mapping the entire city, we can develop key policies and strategies to address differing challenges associated with how we're evolving. In addition to these key plan concepts, we also want to get your input and feedback on some initial ideas on 4 topics: housing, design quality, mobility and access, and quality of life infrastructure. That's the parks, open space, and everything green that makes great places and neighborhoods. To do so, we are having community workshops across the city with help from our city council districts in February and March. You can also provide your feedback on the plan concepts in this presentation and the potential plan recommendations on the Denverite website.